Playoff build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're off and running from Houston. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate. That defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
Sending him on the dive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Trying to throw this from the gun. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's hit and sent out of bounds. So this ends as a gain of close to 7, 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 2nd down.
Tough false start penalty. Now 8 to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one to Williams out left side. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Delivers another one to Williams. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on the punt on 4th. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Charles Omenihu on the play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They're going play action. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Catch made right side by Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down punt coming up. So on comes Pat O'Donnell. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. And it's got to come back. We'll go play action on first down. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Chargers, first down. A gain of 15. And the Chargers, first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Working on first down. This one's quickly to Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Now looking to throw. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. His progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back to the 27. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down, play action. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. Picked up by the Chargers. And he will take it back for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 13-0 lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Shudak on to attempt the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Pass play coming here. He can run it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down. Plowing up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He'll try to do it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
There's a dive up the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be a 1st down Texans.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. And the Chargers throw.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Throwing on 2nd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. From the pocket, looking for a target. Now, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now out of the shotgun. The Texans closing in, and they get to him. And the set forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. Dump off caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Well, I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. Fields this at the 19. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, I sure hope all those defenders took a real quick swig of water over there on the sideline, Brock, because they are headed right back out there to get back to work.
No question about it. That's what really hurts. And you know that returner is looking at his teammates, exhausted, coming on the field. Well, maybe he's not looking at him.
Yeah.
He's making a beeline the other way because this defense now has to regroup and get it together.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed to his running back. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Texans bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Throwing now off the play action. Makes the catch. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers make it a 3-possession game. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Shudak on to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 18. He's got it all lined up. Shudak ready to send this flying. On the return, here comes Tank Dell. Showing a little burst so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 from the 32. Drawn starts with an option, right side. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 23 on that one. And it'll be first down, Houston.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
On first down, they'll run. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
I'll throw it. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. A gain of 26 yards there. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw here on first. He's running with it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. 30. Hits the 20. And he's going to take it back for the LA touchdown. The Chargers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Shudak on to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the backup. First throw. Screen here for Williams. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're going to try and throw it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. They're in trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do!
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Chargers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. This one's caught. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Out now come the Texans on offense. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still second down.
Penalty moves him backwards. Here comes 2nd and 9. Running it after the penalty. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Texans set to punt. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's going to be 2nd and 3 when we return from our 2-minute warning. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. 2nd and 3 now. Setting up to throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third and 4 coming up now. He'll look to throw. Cut out left. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
1st down, play action. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Shudak on to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. He's got it all lined up. Shudak ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Texans going on offense now just before halftime. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's dropping back to throw. Another one caught by Coleman. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37. Working on 1st down. No one open on that place, and he's going to chuck this to another county.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Shudak on to attempt the point after. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. He's got it all lined up. Shudak ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense. Who's going to be out there first? And the turnovers have not helped. This game out of reach at the moment here in the third. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down now, ball at the 33. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Looking in the air here. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going for it himself.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Pat O'Donnell doing the honors. before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He dropped it. Oh, that should have been intercepted. Brock, he had it. Couldn't bring it in, though. That does bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Pass play now. Hits him on the out route. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Making the call himself. And this one doesn't go far.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
No, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. He dodged the tackle. Free up the middle. Gets a breakaway. He could do it. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Shudak on to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers continue adding on to that lead. He's got it all lined up. Shudak ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And 3 yards is all he's going to get. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working now from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
New set of downs from 37. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action. This one to Williams out left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Throwing now on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
They'll throw here on first. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Sticking to the air here. Now he takes it. He's got it in the red zone. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. He takes off with it. Oh, the football's loose. Picked up by the Chargers. So they do take over after the fumble block, but they're doing so in a dangerous spot right near their own end zone.
Hey, listen, I'm all for quarterbacks as artists. Right? You can't be a blacksmith. You've got to be an artist. You've got to create back there. But when the world of got-tos, you also got to hold on to the ball. That's a big-time turnover.
The Chargers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Sending him on the dive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Gained a little bit there. And it feels like a game of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill. This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Well, the defense wasn't having it.
So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking.
So that flag is accepted. Starting this drive with a design run. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Well, there's two commentators. Here we go. Kaepernick. Josh back to pass. Looking. Kaepernick is going to sprint. Kaepernick has no room. Gets it. First down, Wars. I don't know why I'm excited. The score is 49-5. I'm going to let Kate Bush do the rest of this commentating. I'm done. I retired.
First down, Texans.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Texans with the football and a chance to do a little window dressing here in the 4th. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's a throw. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they make the tackle at the 38. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Dive play straight ahead. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that.
Here we go. We got 3rd and 7 here. The Wars are trailing big. Down 44 points at their home stadium. Kaepernick just got back from the stadium, so here we go. 3rd and 7 here for Kaepernick and the Wars. Kaepernick drops back, looking, has pressure, lobs it up. Kaepernick is going to be incomplete. And at this point, you got to go for it. I'm going to let Kate do the rest.
It's going to bring up 4th down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hand. aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Texans are in the nickel. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Hunty muted out now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Escapes the defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
New set of downs for him from the 31. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. There he is again, Brock. It's Coleman. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Trying to throw this from the gun. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd down, Chargers have 6 DBs out there. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. 3rd down from the gun. He's got a man left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You've got to be cognizant where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive. Chargers take this one on the road. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided and fans heading for those exits well before the clock reached zeros here in the 4th.